Thanks everyone for joining me today. My name is Nana Gilbert-Bafo and you are on the presentation titled 28 Days to Transform Your Affiliate Hobby into a Real Business. In this presentation, I'm going to teach you how to really succeed as an affiliate marketer. The rules of the game has changed quite a bit, and so the information I'm going to share with you will really transition your business into something that's highly competitive and generating much more revenue for you than you're currently able to produce right now. So you want to understand that these are the same systems that I use in my business as I run the Tracking 202 business with Prosper 202. So a lot of you on this presentation today are probably free users of Prosper 202, and I bet you've wondered how I'm able to give the software away for 100% free and still be able to run a business that generates enough revenue to sustain me and the 2 employees that I have. So like, where's all this money coming from and how am I making it if the software is totally free? So a little bit about me. I'm a long-term marketer. I've been doing marketing for over 15 years. I don't really consider myself as an affiliate anymore, mainly because I don't actively run affiliate campaigns. But you'll see that I'm still using a lot of the information and learnings that I picked up as an affiliate to do much bigger and better things. In my inner circle, and these are just like the friends and people that I hang out with, I'm kind of known as a person that you can go to and talk to about almost anything, especially in the marketing space. But what I really feel is my specialty is the ability to find hidden money. And by that, I mean like I can come and look at what you're doing and identify different ways in which you're leaving money on the table and help you optimize that. In the past, I've helped people that I've masterminded with and networked with to turn that information that I've given them into millions of dollars. And so it's quite a lot of value that I've been able to provide. And then obviously you also know me as the creator of Prosper 202 Pro and the upcoming Prosper 202 Enterprise Edition. And I will go into a little bit more details about the Enterprise Edition later on in the call. But let's continue on. Here's exactly what you're going to learn today. So as I talked about, I'm going to teach you a new way to think about affiliate marketing. And these new systems and ideas are going to help you build a stable and long-lasting business, and so that you can enjoy the results of all the efforts that you put in every day, year after year. And the real reason behind this is that I see that a lot of affiliates do not have anything that's stable. So for example, you can start buying traffic from some offer, from a traffic source to an offer, but once the offer goes down or you turn off traffic, your revenue disappears as well. So I'm going to also show you how to generate revenue without spending extra cash so that you can aggressively compete in this crowded space. And affiliate marketing is highly competitive, and it just keeps on getting more and more competitive. And then obviously I'm going to also teach you how to avoid being stuck as just an affiliate so that you can take full control of your financial well-being. And this is something that I've been able to do, and I've also helped other people do as they start to transition from an affiliate to something which is like a next level higher, so that you have more full control over your income and your financial well-being. So why is this important? First of all, most of what you're learning, you've learned or know about affiliate marketing is probably totally wrong and outdated. If you got my email today, you saw that image I posted about the yellow pages. And just like all those businesses that are spending money buying ads in the yellow pages, there are lots of affiliates that are spending money and doing different marketing techniques and strategies that don't work anymore and not producing the results that they should be receiving. And so you get stuck in this bind where like they're not making the money that they expected to, and a lot of times they usually end up quitting and finding a job because it's just not working. And one of the big problems is that you're all competing with multiple affiliates for the same offer. So a lot of times we see that offer is available with multiple networks. All those networks have their own affiliates that are all being told what's to run and what to promote. So you're competing on those offers, and you're competing for the same placements. All the spy tools are telling you exactly where to buy the ads. So everyone's going to those places to buy the ads and competing. And then obviously you have no control over whether that offer is even going to stay up or get taken down, or if it reaches the caps, that means that you're going to have to find a brand new offer to promote. If all of these things are making you like a tired affiliate and you want to reduce the amount of stress that you're dealing with in your life, this is definitely for you. So if you're constantly worried about waking up and seeing that like all the revenue that you've been generating has just disappeared and evaporated, this is definitely for you. I remember earlier on in my career as an affiliate, I woke up one day and found out that all the revenue that I was generating with affiliate marketing and AdSense had just gone away overnight. I made some crazy dumb mistake with changing DNS settings that de-indexed all my websites, and all my revenue just disappeared. If you want to be able to increase your EPCs and profits, this information is going to help you out a lot. And then if you want to transition off the normal affiliate game and move to something that's more stable and dependable, this is definitely for you as well. And it will allow you to be less reliant on traffic sources so that you can generate revenue without having to pay for any extra clicks from different traffic sources. It will let you build an asset and eventually be able to sell this for a lump sum. I've got lots of affiliate friends that have used similar methods to build a business that they can actually sell that is worth something versus what most of you may have, where there's no real value of what you're building and doing to anybody except maybe for yourself. If you have any problems scaling up offers, this information will teach you how to be able to correctly, profitably scale up beyond your usual caps. And then if you're worried about like the death of affiliate marketing and if things are going to change, a lot of people have been talking about this for so many years now. This information will help you to protect yourself and set up systems that will enable you to weather any downturns that may happen in the industry. All of this sounds good and great, but a few house rules so that we're all clear about like who this isn't for. I don't want to really be working with anyone who works with deceptive marketing techniques or working with deceptive offers. The system doesn't work for that. It works by providing real value to end users, and I actually call them customers because that's what they become to you, even though you're an affiliate. You want to be providing value. And then obviously you have to be an action taker. The information I'm going to share with you is cool and great and helpful, but it's not going to do anything for you if you just watch and listen and agree and tell me it's great. But then at the end of today, you are not implementing any of the systems that I share with you. So let's take a look at the system. It's called the TollBooth system. It's a way to capture value and revenue from every single step in your funnels and systems. So let's do a quick calculation and then we'll jump right into the system. So let's say that you've got an offer. This is actually like the next level above marketing. First step that a lot of people start off with, direct linking from a traffic source straight to an offer. And usually the general percentage of people who convert overall usually ends up around the 1% mark. Going in a landing page can usually double that. So if you're direct linking and you want to start increasing revenue, the first thing that you want to look into is throwing in a landing page that can then increase your conversions. So let's say that you have your landing page. You're going to see maybe 80% of those people who hit that page bounce off, and 20% will opt in or continue on to the offer. And then once they're on the offer, you see maybe up to 60% who bounce, and then 40% who will stay through and check out the offer and the page and everything. And then out of that, maybe you'll see 30% of those people will stay and end up buying. So for every 100 clicks or people that you generate to your landing page, you'll end up with maybe 2.4 buyers. That number is really tiny. So when you look at it, 97.6% of all the clicks that you pay for will never generate any revenue for you, and it's basically wasted money that's going down the drain. So the solution to all of that is this system that I generated, which is called the TollBooth system. And I use this in my business right now. And a lot of successful affiliates who are really building real businesses are using similar systems to this. So I'm going to describe each of the steps and tell you what you need to do so that you can get something like this implemented. Obviously, you're going to start by buying traffic or generating traffic from some step. And so I'm representing that by the Google AdWords block. Once you do that, you're going to send traffic through a tracking system of some sort. Since you're all from my email list, I'm assuming that you're using Prosper 202 Pro, but you do not have to use Prosper 202 Pro. Whatever it works for you, go ahead and use that. But the main thing that you want to be able to do is that you're going to want to start segmenting and directing your traffic to specialized landing pages based off different segments that you identify. So in this example, we're breaking it down by the device type, whether it's desktop, mobile, and then we have the final group, which I call unwanted. So let me explain all of these pieces to you. So you know what a desktop device is and a mobile. So why am I recommending that you break them up into two separate landing pages? The main reason for this is that mobile has very specific needs, and you could create what's called a responsive landing page that is for both desktop and mobile users, where things shift around and get bigger or whatever so that mobile users can see things better. But that's not the best way to optimize for mobile. You actually want to create standalone pages that have been optimized for size. Images have been shrunken down so that they're just right for mobile. Reduction of like unwanted CSS, unwanted JavaScript, anything that's not essential for mobile, you want to get rid of all of those from your mobile landing pages. A traditional desktop page could be multiple megabytes in size, and that's fine because like all the desktop users are on usually on broadband. Even with desktop, if you can optimize the size of that and shrink it down, you'll see that you'll generate extra revenue and conversions for that. There's this interesting report that talks about how latency, which is basically the amount of slowdown that you have in the funnel or like in the loading of pages, actually costs you conversion rates. And Amazon, I don't have the exact numbers, but it was basically between 1 and 10% conversion loss for a set amount of delay on the page. So it can get very expensive when things are slow. And that's why for mobile, you want everything to work as fast as possible. Google's even creating a whole new standard called accelerated mobile pages that go live in February of next year. And it's a whole template and a framework for building mobile pages that are highly optimized for speed and performance. And so with that, you eliminate any kind of delays and latencies. And then finally, we have this group called the unwanted group. And this group can be made up of multiple different situations. So for example, if you're doing a mobile only offer and somehow you get desktop traffic coming through that traffic source, then you want to send them to the unwanted batch. If you are doing a geo-specific offer and you get clicks from the wrong geographic locations, you want to be able to filter those and go into the unwanted batch. And why is this so important? The reason why is that I'd say almost every single offer out there, if it's specifically targeted to a device or a geolocation, they will send that traffic elsewhere if you send it to them. So they're not even going to try and monetize or give you anything for that. They're actually going to monetize that traffic and keep that revenue for themselves. And either the offer owner will do that, but a lot of times I see that the networks are actually doing that before they send the traffic to the offer. So if it's a US offer and any clicks that you send from non-US visitors, that network will filter that traffic, monetize it, and keep all that revenue without sharing any of that with you. So you want to make sure that you're monetizing all of that and putting that back into your advertising budget. And this unwanted traffic is a huge deal. I have a friend that runs a network. They had maybe like 4 or 5 employees when I went to visit them. And I was talking to them about this whole monetization of unwanted traffic. And he mentioned that, yeah, they do that as well with all the traffic that they get. And I was like, well, so how much are you making from all of this? And he didn't give me any specific numbers, but he said that they're able to take care of payroll for their team using this unwanted traffic. So you can get a very good idea of just how much money is being thrown away by affiliates who are not monetizing this group of unwanted visits. We've covered what's going on in the landing pages. There are a few other techniques that you can implement on each of these pages so that you're squeezing out all of the revenue out of this as well. The 2 big things, though, is setting up what I call a cookie pool. These are retargeting cookies, and then plugging everyone that comes through your funnel into an email list of some sort. These 2 things are what builds real business assets, and these 2 things are what will enable you to go out to a buyer and they can look at what you're doing and offer you some kind of big payment for what you've built. Without this, you're basically worthless to anyone and you're not providing anything that's worth buying. You can go to someone and say, hey, I've got this campaign, but The value is in the asset that's built, not in the campaign, because anyone can replicate that campaign and not have to pay you for that. So let's start with the cookie pull. You're going to retarget everybody that comes in with as many retargeting cookies as you can. And this builds that audience that you're able to start monetizing. So the first step is that if someone hits your landing page and gets put into that cookie poll, even if they do not enter in an email address to continue onto the offer or anything, you now have access to that group of people. So for example, if you're doing an offer for auto insurance and someone lands on your page and you cookied them, now you know that this person, as long as your ad was pretty targeted, you know that they're interested in auto insurance of some sort. So even if they land on your page and they do not convert, you can start following up with them with a new campaign sequence that will generate more revenue for you, because now you know what kind of user that is, and then you can start changing the different angles that you're using to capture their attention. A really cool thing to start thinking about as you're running your campaigns is that lots of people are motivated by different things. They want the same end result, but the way that you present that end result to them is what will actually convince them to take action or not. Let's say that someone wants an auto insurance offer. One person really cares about the fact that they don't have to pay a lot of money for that auto insurance offer. And then the other person may care more about the fact that it's a national brand, and if anything goes wrong, they're taken care of. You could present both of those messages on your landing pages, but depending on who that person is and what they are more drawn to, if you highlight certain features of that offer, the likelihood that they convert will actually increase. So being able to present these messages to the right kind of person is something that you can now use to actually start generating much more revenue from your campaigns because you're targeted. And the way to do that is on your landing pages here. So if you've studied what's really working in the market, you may have seen that a lot of affiliates are using what's called like a quiz type landing page, where they ask different questions, people answer, and then they end up in some offer after the fact. But the big thing that everyone's really messing up on is the fact that all those questions provide no value to the end user. It's just a way to move them through a sequence. But if you actually ask questions that segmented people, so you understood what was important to them and what they needed, and then captured and stored that and tagged them both in the email list and in the cookie poll, the landing page or the pitch that you make after can really change the performance of whatever you're promoting. So if you ask someone what's important to them in whatever that you're promoting, and you gave them a list of options and they actually told you what's important to them, you can use that to now customize your landing page so that you highlight those features and benefits that are more important to them and increase the likelihood that these users are able to convert. And then if for some reason they don't convert, then you have that information in your cookie poll, and you can use that to target your ad creatives much better. Additionally, if they opt into your email list, you're segmenting them in that email list with all that extra data that you collected, and you're able to send targeted email messages and convert them after the fact. With cookies, you're probably going to have to buy more ads, but once they're in your email list, the only expense that you have is your monthly subscription to your ESP. Everything else is totally free. So you pay that one-time monthly fee. You can send emails every day, twice a day, or whatever. You're not paying extra. So that becomes like what I call like an ATM machine type thing. Generate revenue whenever you want. So if, for example, you got banned from every single traffic source out there, you still have your email list. You can monetize over and over and over and over again. And this value is the reason why people will actually pay you for an email list that you generated versus not having that list. The thing that increases the value of the email list and the cookie poll that you're building is the ability to tag people as buyers and non-buyers. In my experience and research, a buyer list is usually worth 10 times as much as a non-buyer list, because you know that they are more likely to purchase, and then based on what they purchase, it could be possible that there are other related offers because they're hot that you can promote to them and they will purchase or take action on. So being able to determine whether the person is a buyer or non-buyer is very, very important. So you send them to the offer, they convert, and then you push that information on the conversion back to your cookie poll and your email list. I'm going to provide you with different mods and stuff like that that link up conversion pixels to your email list or your cookie poll so that you can start tagging users as buyers and non-buyers. And then this makes your marketing even more effective, because now let's say that you're running a cookie campaign, and you don't want to keep on resending the same message or the same offer to someone who's already converted. You're wasting your time and money, because like they're not going to buy like two of the same thing usually. So you want to subtract everybody who's in the buyer list from the non-buyer list, and then just market that product again to the non-buyers and market something brand new to the buyer list. I'm sure you've seen sometimes you'll purchase something and then you're surfing the web and you're seeing all these retargeting ads, and it's for the same exact thing that you purchased. You know that you're not going to purchase it anymore, but that marketer is not doing their job, and that is the reason why they're wasting their money. With that, we have that full system where you have follow-ups that go up to buyers and then follow-ups that go to non-buyers, and then it just keeps on feeding itself. With the email list, once you have a buyer list, the extra ways that you can monetize. For example, if you're actually selling a product and it's in a specific category, what you may not know is that a lot of times the merchant is also renting out that list of buyers. So for example, if someone's purchased auto insurance and another company wants to be able to market to those people, they'll go to what's called a list broker and purchase access to that list of buyers so that they can target them either by like direct mail or email or whatever. But this is something that you could do with this list that you're selling. You can sell access to on a CPM basis. So for every 1,000 people, you can charge between 10 to 20, sometimes even higher, depending on the niche that you're in, for access to that list. You can keep on selling access to that list over and over and over again. It's a really great way to start really increasing the EPCs, where traditionally you just made money once on that offer conversion, and which I call this the tip of the iceberg, where all the rest of the money is in the back end and the follow-up, where most affiliates are not taking any profits from that section at all. And they're basically just giving all that money to the offer owner to monetize. Let me explain a system that I call the no harm, no foul double dipper. And this is something that you can implement today. If you stay to the end of the webinar, you should automatically get an email that will contain a link to the scripts that I use to do this, and also a private YouTube video that shows you exactly how to set this up so that you can start generating revenue. So the reason why I call this a double dipper is that it allows you to double dip on the offers that you are promoting to users that hit your landing page and increase the ability to actually generate revenue from these people. So the way it works is that a user lands in your landing page, and anyone who clicks out to the offer from your landing page will automatically get a hidden leave behind tab that pops up as they click out to the offer. And the contents of this tab can be anything. It could be a related offer. It could be the fact that maybe you don't want to do lead gen on this lead gen by that capturing email addresses. You may not want to do it on this page, but you still want to capture it. You could do that on that leave behind tab. You could create an offer wall with a whole list of offers that they can click out to, and they'll be related to the main offer as just like extra money on the side. But you don't want to clutter up your main page with all these offers. You can do that on the leave behind. So what happens is as they click through to the main offer, they'll finish up whatever they're doing. When they close the main tab, this leave behind tab for the double dipper method is waiting for them, and then they'll see it. And because everything is related to what you sent them to, they're able to be more interested in what you're promoting and likely to convert for you. You've now seen how powerful the system is, and you know that it could transform your business by being able to implement all these systems and going beyond everything that you may be doing as an affiliate right now. And this is why I created what I call the TollBooth system and mastermind training. And this is a 28-day business transformation course that I created specifically for you. If you want to be able to build an asset, increase your profits, and transform your business all in 28 days, then this system is for you. It's a 4-week training course. Every week you'll get a brand new module. It teaches you absolutely everything that I talked about in full detail, and I'll show you every step of the way, like how to set up all these systems and implement everything that I just talked about. The 4 modules are module 1 is scout the land, and then module 2 is lay out the foundations, and then we build the tollways, and then finally module 4 we collect the toll. So in module 1, I'm going to show you the proper way for you to actually research your market and the competitors and This will allow you to spend your time doing what is actually going to be worth it to you by working in niches and categories that give you the ability to actually scale up to lots of revenue. It also cuts out weeks and months of research and trial and error, because like you start off doing exactly what's working and not reinventing the wheel. Then in module 2, I'm going to teach you advanced and basic tracking fundamentals. I'm going to teach you all of this using Prosper 202 Pro. So at the end of this module, you're going to become a master at Prosper 202 Pro. I see that a lot of affiliates, even the advanced ones that sometimes I talk to, are using just a fraction of the features that we've built into Prosper 202 Pro. And so with this training, you'll get like everything that you need to actually start capturing the metrics that you need to measure and instrument and grow your business. And I think that without this data, like you cannot really grow as quickly as you need to grow, because you're working blindly and you're missing out on crucial bits of data that you can use to optimize. And then in module 3 is where we start building out all the funnels that I talked about. So with the cookie pulls, the email sequences, and we'll go through all of this step by step. I'll show you everything and how to implement every single piece that I talked about in the TollBooth system, so that you can implement this in your business yourself. And then finally, in module 4, we'll go over ways to monetize all the different pieces. I talked about a few of them, and then there are other ways that you can monetize that I will be sharing with you. Those are the 4 modules, and these are the same exact systems that I use in my business right now. One of the campaigns that I ran for a Prosper 202 partner was responsible for generating $220,411.18 in sales for one of the partners. And this was all done without spending a single dollar in ad spend. So it came from all the assets that I had built up over the years, and I was able to use that to leverage to generate all these sales. These are the kinds of things that I use to still monetize, even though Prosper 202 is like a free system. So by now you're probably wondering like how much it's going to cost to be a part of this training. If you're going to work with me to personally do all of the stuff that I just covered, my fee for that is $5,000 a day. So I usually want to only work with like the bigger marketers who are generating 6 figures a day and a month plus in revenue, who can really benefit from the systems that I set up for them, because like once these things are set up, they see like huge returns. If you're going to get like a similar high-end training program, you usually go for around $10,000 a person, and obviously you'd have to pay for the travel expenses like hotels and airfare and all of that stuff. I have a much more affordable system here. It's only 4 payments of $750, and this gives you access to everything. But then if you want to save about $1,000 off the whole cost, there's a full pay price of only $1,999. That will obviously save you quite a bit of cash. We can make that even better, because for the first 10 people who register for this course and pay, you can drop those payments to 3 payments of $850, and that will save you about $450 off the 4 payment plan. Or you can save an extra $500 of the one-time payment option by just paying $14.99. And the URL to get set and started with this is join.tracking202.com. So here's what I want you to do right now. Go to join.tracking202.com. So when you go to that page, you're going to see a login form, and there are 2 buttons, one to log in and another one to register. You're going to register for a new account. And if you're wondering, you most likely do not have an account here. It's something that we created just for the training. So if you've been on maybe the previous webinars, you may have an account. But if it's the first time you're hearing about this website, you definitely do not have an account. So go ahead and create a brand new account. This account has nothing to do with your Prosper 202 account or anything. So just so that you're not confused. So once you create that account, it will put you into the backend system. And the first thing that I want you to do is click the tab that allows you to enter in your payment details. You're going to fill all of that out. And then there is a training tab at the top of the screen. When you click that, you'll be able to select your payment options. The top one should be the 3 payment plan, and then the bottom one should be the 1 payment plan. All right, so once you've gone through all of that, you've entered in all that information, you should be set. And the training and all the content will be available to you first thing Monday. So every Monday for the next 4 weeks, a brand new set of training materials will be made available to you. All right. So if you want to build an asset, increase your profits, and then transform your business all in 21 days, the place to go is join.trackintuitive.com. Obviously, this is a great deal, but it gets even better because I've put in a ultimate zero risk guarantee, and this is how it works. So the training is like a 30-day course. So you're going to have full 30-day access to all that training material. You go through it, learn everything, and then I'm going to give you an extra 30 days to implement everything in the TollBooth system. So that's 60 days. After that, if for any reason, like you don't like any of the information, maybe you don't like the way I talk, you don't like the way I look, whatever, ask me for a refund. I'll send back all your money, no questions asked. On top of that, if you actually implemented all this information and put it into work in your business, and for some reason it didn't work out for you, let me know. And on top of your refund, I'm going to give you an extra $100 for wasting your time. I really believe in this system. I think that is going to transform your business. And this is my way of showing that I'm putting my money where my mouth is here. So we're not done. So I created a bonus where you get access to exclusive mods for Prosperity. So, for example, the Leave Behind Double Dipper system that I showed with you, I'm going to send you that script if you stay through the end of the webinar. But for everybody who's actually in the system, I've created a mod that works right into Prosperity. So, like, there'll be no manual editing, and then you'll also be able to implement all of this in all your pages without editing anything, because it actually works with the landing page JavaScript that you already have on your page. So you're not going to have to change any pages. You just set everything up in Prosper and it will start working. And obviously it will save you time and money because you're not going to have to pay a programmer to get all these things implemented. This is a really great bonus, but we're not done. The next thing that I'm going to throw in for everyone is what I call the ultimate team and project management system. And this is probably like one of the biggest deals out there. If you're working as a solo affiliate, you are at a huge disadvantage. Everyone out there who's like really growing they're growing because they're working in a team and they've hired people, they've teamed up with people, and they're able to divide and conquer and just move so much faster than you'd ever be able to move as a solo affiliate. One of the biggest things that changed my business was bringing on a team, hiring a programmer, hiring someone to work with me on support and the business. And we've been able to move much, much faster because of that than I would have been able to use to do if I was working by myself building this business. So I'll show you how we use Trello. It's not Troll. It's actually Trello, which is where we put all our tasks. So that assign them. We know who's working on stuff, who's completing stuff. And at the end of every month, we see everything that we got done, and it just keeps everyone accountable. And we also use a thing called Slack, which is like our communication center. Everything that we do is like integrated right into Slack. So like when we plug stuff into Trello, it pops up into our Slack system. We chat and communicate with each other inside of there. We're all spread across multiple time zones, and we're able to be much more effective. We don't use Skype anymore unless like we're doing a voice call, but any chat that goes on, it's plugged right into Slack, and we'll show you I'll show you everything that we do to make that happen. All right, I have even more bonuses for you. So I mentioned earlier about Prosper 202 Enterprise Edition. This is like going to be a paid version of the software, but it gives you access to a lot of really advanced features that take you to the next level. So multi-server management. This will allow you to have multiple different Prosper installations on different servers and link them all into one management dashboard. You can manage all your upgrades. You can link them together to create a mini CDN to improve the performance of your campaigns. We have marketing automation built in. So a lot of the stuff that you saw in the TollBooth method as we're updating things, pushing data to different platforms and systems, all of that will be managed right inside of the Enterprise Edition. There are some people who are doing lead gen and selling leads directly to partners, and they are looking for a way to report the performance of these campaigns. And so we have an option that will allow you to white label a reporting dashboard and customize the report of stuff that's happening in your Prosper 202 in real time, but specifically tailored just for that partner. So like they'll only be able to see that one campaign, and they obviously won't see like the keywords and everything, but they'll see like the leads and revenue generated. You can use that for billing and everything. And it to be fully customized with your logos, so they don't even see the Prosper branding in there. But this is something that will be really useful for a lot of you out there. And we've got tons more stuff that I can't go into right now, but just know that you'll have access to that. And then finally, this one's really exciting. We're planning to put on a live event here in San Diego in the summer. So after you've gone through all the training and implemented, we'll all get together sometime in the summer. We'll spend the weekend together with the team. We'll learn from all the other people who are in this class together. We'll be able to build relationships, bond, have a lot of fun, and really just like take things to the next level. Currently, we're planning to sell a few extra spots for between $3,000 to $5,000 each. You're going to get 2 tickets to that, and so you can use that to bring a business partner with you if you want, or whatever you want to do with that extra ticket, but you'll get 2 of those. You could sell that off if you wanted to, and that would be a great way to actually pay for this training as well. So just to quickly recap, this is everything that you get. So you'll have the full module TollBooth system and training course. You have bonus number 1, which is access to all the mods and scripts, the ultimate team and project management system, Prosper 202 Enterprise Edition when it's launched, and then 2 tickets to the live mastermind program. Remember, you're also getting absolutely 0 risk. So you have the 30 days to take the system, 30 days to implement, and then after 60 days, if you decide it's not for you for any reason, you get your full refund. And then if you've implemented and done everything, and it didn't work out for you, I'll give you that extra $100 for wasting your time. And then finally, you refunded everything. You can keep the course, bonus number 1, bonus number 2. That's on me. Just keep that. That's just my parting gift to you if things didn't work out. Remember, we also have the Action Taker discount, which basically the first 10 students who register and pay can do 3 payments of $850, which saves you $450 a month. And then you also have the one-time payment that will drop down to $14.99. But this is a really good deal, obviously. But the thing that I want to let you know is that since this training starts on February 1st, I'm going to close off registration on Sunday the 31st, and then after that I'm going to raise the price. And the reason for that is that this is the first class that I'm teaching, and so this is one of the advantages that you get for being first is that you get to pay much less. As we get our results and testimonials and people actually really see the value, we're going to increase the price, which is great for you because it reduces the number of people who get in and start to compete with you with this system. So you've seen the full presentation, you've seen the system that I shared with you, and you understand how useful it is, and you want a better, more predictable life as an affiliate. You know this is a really excellent value, everything that I showed, and I want you to take advantage of this incredible discount that I'm providing to you right now. Grab all the amazing bonuses and take me up on my crazy 0 risk guarantee. So go to join.tracking202.com. That's where you get everything set up. And I'd love to work with you over the next 28 days to transform your business. It's going to be the best decision of